Hi everyone, this is Natalie, the host of that page, the group. I am a multi-dimensional channeler. I connect to people's higher self to help them download any guidance they're meant to be receiving, whether it's from a past life, a future aspect of themselves, whether it's their inner child coming through, whether it's a guide, a spiritual guide, whether it is a star being coming through, or many things that are meant to come through is being channeled to help you. So I'm happy to see you guys. Hello Patricia, hello Shawnit, how you doing? Patricia, how are you doing? How's your boyfriend Jim doing? I hope he's doing fine and better, and sending all the energy. Hello Marie, how you doing? I hope your vibe is good. I hope your vibe is high, because, well, as I posted a little bit earlier, if things feel a little bit off, if things feel like a mixture or a blend of ups and downs with an S, because it's really like a roller coaster, it's not your fault, okay? It's not your fault. It's hello, Michael. It's really what is happening right now. There's a lot of energies being shifted in the stars. So if you follow a little bit of the astrology, you'll find out that we are going through a retrograde, and Saturn and Uranus are really going through a position that may challenge us here on Earth. Yes, I need this. Yeah, Michael, yeah, we will work. Actually, the goal of this connection today, right now, is in two different steps. First, we will have a light language activation. So if you're new at this, it is all about letting go of the mind, the desire to understand the process, and simply let yourself receive the energy. The energy comes from higher vibrations, from higher realms. It goes through me. It kind of guides my hands to move in a certain way. It kind of sometimes uses my voice to use in a way we're not used to. It's not always language we're able to recognize, but deeply within us, we recognize the information going through. So it is coded. It's going through me coded, but when you receive it, there's some kind of filter within you that allows you to unconsciously decode it. Your body becomes like, it goes through your eyes. Actually, I just had a client and light language went through, and I said, you can open your eyes if you want. And she says, yeah, I opened my eyes, but then I received the message I need to close my eyes, and still I could feel and see the hand movements as if they're going through. So there's an aspect of you who can easily decode the light language. But actually, I'll talk about Orion after the light language. Why don't we do just the light language right now? And we will talk about Orion. Why Orion? It's because today I had a wonderful session with a client earlier today, and we went, I'm not, of course, going to reveal the details about it, but there's definitely a global message around Orion that we need to know, and it's around not only uplifting planet Earth and us as a species that is evolving, unlocking more and more intuitive gifts. So now not everybody's on the same level. Not everybody is unlocking those gifts as easily as others. It's just a question of time. It's just a question of steps. It's just a question of believing. But Orion is also working as a planet, as a star system. They're also working on uplifting their own vibration, and the work we do here is helping them. But we'll talk about that later, okay? Are you ready for the light activation? Wonderful. So if you're seated, and I do feel it's better to be seated for that more than lying down, make sure your feet are touching the ground and that your back is well supported. And the message that needs to come through before I even know what's going to come through It's all about opening the heart center to trust what is coming through in terms of guidance. And we're all intuitives, we're all channeling information. It's just a matter of time for you to know it and remember it, or to fully embrace it. It's just a matter of time. We're all having this ability, but between or before we reach that full confidence, that awareness that we have the gift, that we can do it, we need to clear a few things. In the heart center, whether you believe it or not, we are talking a lot about opening the third eye, opening the crown chakra in order to receive information. You receive stuff. You see things with the third eye. You open your vision to actually see the messages and the guidance, not with always your physical eyes, but sensing it's around. You receive downloads a lot through the heart, through the crown chakra, but a lot, if not everything, comes from the heart center. The heart center, the heart chakra, is where you will be rebooted to your true essence, which is divine, loving being. So Marie says, my vibe is so high right now. Well, I think you got a wonderful activation yesterday evening, so I do feel that whatever is coming your way will be so beautiful and wonderful. I'm not surprised, Michael. Yes, I need this. I have a feeling. So perfect. You're following your intuition already. It's like 2 thumbs up. And Shauna, yes, please, thank you. So let's do it. Let's do it. So let's close your eyes first. Let's take a big deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. We're just allowing your mind and body pace to slow down. And again, let's do this 3 more times, and it doesn't matter if our breathing is not synchronized. Let's do it at our own pace. Right now, beautiful. Use your powerful imagination and creative imagination to see a beautiful bubble of white light all around you. This is your energy field showing you, indicating how beautiful you are, but also how peaceful you can take, or you can bring yourself to be. The white light around you is to help you feel centered, open to receiving, open to emitting any kind of energy you wish. And when you feel ready, I invite you to gently, slightly open your eyes, and again, follow my hand movements without any desire to understand what it is. Sounds may come through. Allow your inner system to decode what it means, not your brain, your inner system. Let's do it. So there's a lot to clear, and again, it is connecting to all of you guys, whether you watch this live or as a replay. A lot of doubts, clearing a lot of doubts here. Relaxing the jaw. Clearing the tension in the temples and sinus area. Clearing the throat. Focusing now on the heart center. So through this activation, you may or may not see or feel that your heart center is opening up. You may feel that there's a beam of energy connecting your heart center to another source of energy. Actually, my finger is moving away. I don't know how far it's going to go, maybe beyond the camera, but it's okay. It's just letting us know that we're opening it to reach higher frequencies. So I think my arms won't be able to go any further, but just imagine, sense that there's a beam of light really, really connecting your heart center to actually, I sense a being here. So light language is not always unfolding the same way, but right now there's another being on the other side that is helping us clear. I hear Zeta Reticuli, so it's probably where he's from. It's a tiny, small, very, very thin being, skin kind of a light brown, almost rusty color. But it's funny because it is using the energy that is circulating from our heart center to his vessel, body, being, and he's threading it. You know, like spiders when they're creating their web, you might see their little mouth or whatever trying to almost create it, sew it. It's really threading it. So I'm just letting it happen because we are not alone here, and that being is here to help us transmute, clear, delete any kind of tense feelings that have been accumulated. And it's not something that is extremely old. It's really working on transmuting the energies that are recent and that are most of it not ours. So I will let the whole process happen in silence for the next seconds, because now we know we're clearing personal stuff, family stuff, work stuff, collective stuff, and it's not yours, it's not ours. Let's do it. Our connection with the third eye for a deep intuitive vision. And as the third eye is deeply connected with your heart center, whatever you will see, sense, will be acknowledged and received as a message of love. So you will trust what's coming through. You won't doubt. And at the same time, you won't believe, oh my God, is it benevolent or not? What is the source of the message I receive? Now you will trust that what you receive is really for your highest good, and you can trust it. So it is finalizing the work here as an overall integration. Take a deep breath in through the nose and release I'm stretching, and when, wow, your eyes were open. Oh, good. How was it for you? My God, it's like re-entering Earth. It's like really coming back to the body. Sorry, microphone is here. How was it for you? It was interesting because I'll be honest with you, I'm learning all this too. You know, it's not coming from me, it's going through me. But it's the first time I really see somebody working with us. Usually I sense them. How does it feel in your heart center? Or how do you feel? Better, Michael. Wonderful. I'm happy to see and hear this. So I'll let you, it is important to share how you feel, not only for me to know that you're receiving it, and again, in whatever form you're meant to be receiving it, but for you. As soon as you acknowledge and you verbally or in writing say, this is what it brought me, your mind, your earth mind, your subconscious mind, trust the fact that, yeah, it indeed happened. So it's a kind of a mental thing, but it does work. Michael says, I was told to return to myself. If you receive that guidance, Michael, it's yours, and you did it. When you go back to the heart center, you go back to yourself, definitely. I feel my heart clearing, Shauna, beautiful. Patricia, I feel like it heated a lot in for me. Yes, energy shift will create temperature change, and usually it's warmth. Marie, a sense of opening and peace happened for me, like my energy and body grew lighter. Yes, I do feel lighter too. Stephanie, thank you, Natalie. An instant shift in my heart center. Beautiful. So glad I caught this and was needed today. Yes, so again, we were not focusing on your own stuff. Again, that's what I get. It doesn't mean that your own tension, your own fears, your own personal stuff may not have been cleared at the same time, but it was meant really to help us, starseeds, light workers, intuitives, or empaths, whatever you call yourself, to transmute all the energies around us. Remember, it's not only your own life and own story that we're trying to deal with. Because we're sensitive, we feel things. We feel not only the planet movements generating some different energy shifts on the planet. There's the Schumann's resonance, I think a bit calmer lately, but still it hasn't been super calm in the past week. So again, somehow we have integrated this against our will most of the time. Not that it's bad, it's not bad, but we need to let it go. It's like we're filtering a lot of things, whether we want it or not. But the thing when you filter is that you don't want to keep the remaining gunk. You want, okay, I'm okay to be part of the transmutation of the planet and humanity. I'm okay to be of service. I'm okay to help. I'm okay to meet people that may have issues, but I'm not keeping anything. Even if Gaia, if Earth is transmuting herself and shifting to the next level, whatever her level is, well then I don't want to keep the gunk or the remaining energy. So that's what we did today. From what I got, it's really that we cleared everything that is not ours, but because it's not making the distinction, it's kind of an overall work. So I'm happy to help you, and feel free to share if you have any comments or if things are unfolding a little bit later. And before I end this communication with you, I wanted to share something about Orion, simply because today I connected with a client and we went there, and I do feel, and I won't reveal anything personal, of course, but there's a global message for all of us. Marie says, I directed some of my energy to aid, and felt it blend with yours and the others doing this as well. Totally, the connection between this group is beautiful, is a beautiful experience. Thanks. Yes, you're right, Marie. And that's what happens. Whomever is watching this live or as a replay, remember, it's not disappearing because it is not recording anymore or because it was recorded a week ago. The energies are still accessible in the ethers, in wherever you want to call that. And when you watch the video, it's bringing them back to you, but matching your vibration of the moment. So yes, of course, I'm pretty sure we all felt together, and I felt there was a lot of doubts and worries, and overall ongoing lightness. So thankful. Yes, yes, wonderful, guys. So let's talk about Orion. Whether you think you're connected to it or not, you know that we are connected to different beings from different planets, cosmic beings. Again, you can call them what they want, even though some might think they have a distinctive mission, and they might. There are also beings like us who are learning, who are having gifts and abilities and strength and missions, and everything is intertwined. And within their species, within their communities on different planets, well, you have different characters, you have different energies. And today was very interesting because I connected with that client, and it took us to her home in the stars. And again, that's where she's from. It doesn't mean she did not incarnate on other planets, but that was mainly where she is learning most of her skills. So what was interesting, and it's not always happening the same way, but just in case one day you witness this or hear about this, before going on her planet Orion, we went through a spaceship. So we were accompanied by two beings from Orion. We were taken to the spaceship, and from the spaceship, as if they had a way of sending her directly to the planet, as if the spaceship was precisely coded to send her to the right place. She went through a device that sent her to her planet on Orion, and she met a wise, tall being who just reminded her of her mission. And why is it important for me to share that with you? It's because if you're here on this page or watching, or maybe you need to be aware of this, to be reminded of this, or maybe you know, but then you know how many of us are working to help this planet. She has been trained for so many lifetimes to be here right now and teach what she knows. So not only was she trained on Orion, so she was an apprentice, and of course all her incarnations on Earth and potentially on other planets help her to finally be where she is right now, ready to share not only her knowledge, she's an intuitive, her knowledge here on Earth with star seeds, but also on Orion. So, and I know it's not only happening on Orion, but they are also upgrading their energy. So whenever they help, it's like us here. When you help somebody, it mirrors back to you, and you know you have uplifted your own energy. What's happening for them too? They know that when they come here to help us on our planet, they raise their vibration, their galactic global energies, and it helps them raise their vibration as well. So she has attained a level of understanding that now makes her a mentor. She used to be an apprentice of that beautiful being, which was her master, her teacher. And now she has reached this. She has reached this level where she's becoming the teacher. So what is happening? And listen, that's where it's interesting. In the vision, in the session I had with her, she was actually receiving the news that that's it, you graduated. Thank you for having learned from so many lifetimes, and some lifetimes were not always pleasant. Life on Earth was, for most of the time, not pleasant in the early ages. And I'm pretty sure you just need to go through the movies and all the history to find out most of us were struggling. So she was thankful for this, and now she was ready to teach young souls on Orion to raise their vibration in order to be ready to come here on Earth and spread their gifts. So what we saw in that session is the fact that she's teaching on another realm, and it says that it's happening when she's sleeping most of the time, but it said that she was teaching young Orion souls to be ready to be incarnated here on Earth. That's what we call starseeds, to help humanity evolve. The good thing about it is that the souls on Orion, she's teaching to be ready to come here as teachers, as starseeds, as awakeners. She will meet them here in the Earth form and will also be a teacher. So when we finished the session, she said, well, I've been so called to be teaching to kids, and people are asking me to teach them what I know. So you see the correlation. Whenever you are, if you don't know, I'm sharing this with you, but I'm pretty sure you know. You have more than one incarnation at the same time. You're here as you are, as Marie, as Michael, as Natalie, as Stephanie, and many, many, many thousands and thousands of other versions of you, avatars, whatever you want to call that, are existing in different times, in different realms. So for this lady, we connected to one aspect of her who is evolving. It's more the source aspect of who she is, evolving on Orion. And whatever she does on Orion is simultaneously happening here on Earth. Not at the same level, not with the same tools, not looking physically the same, but there's a parallel evolution, and that is amazing. So whenever you feel that you are uncovering something from you or within you, or new gifts are coming up, chances are an aspect of you, an avatar, a parallel life here or somewhere else is doing the same thing, as if we can interchange the gifts and the lessons. Whatever, in her case, she learned on Orion, bang, it's being sent to her, and it becomes like, oh, an awareness here on Earth. So sometimes it comes through a session, sometimes it comes through a dream, sometimes it comes through an event that is waking you up, or sometimes if you're an intuitive, it happens through meditation. But just know that whatever those aha moments, those bliss moments that are coming like seemingly out of nowhere, they may have been activated by another aspect of you with an uncovering something somewhere else in the future, in the past, or in other dimensions. And this is big because we're all intertwined. We know that, but our avatars are intertwined. So whatever we learn somewhere else, we learn here. So, and a lot of us are not only working here with star seeds, we are probably all star seeds. I don't know how you define yourself, but we are, that's my belief, that we all have some star genes within us. So we're all star seeds. After that, some people will unlock it or not. We all have a different mission. But it is so amazing to know that you can just grab whatever you're learning from other planets, from other aspects of you, and want to use it in this life. So yes, Lynn, you will watch it later. Yeah, no worries, come back. So I don't know how you resonate with this, but it is fascinating, and it's not new thing for me, but it is new at the same time because Every time I connect to a new client or in a group, it can happen in the group, you realize that, wow, there's something like when we're doing our dishes or whatever we're doing here on earth, 3D based kind of energy, there's our higher self that is connecting with other incarnations we have simultaneously somewhere else, and we're doing something different. We're cooking, we're whatever we're doing, and somewhere else we're learning, we're shifting, we're whatever, and eventually it comes down here. I'm going to say it. I'm sorry, I've been talking so much since this morning. So we're never stagnant, we're never dormant, we're never not doing anything. And again, if ever you have the feeling you're not doing much or you're not evolving, just know that no, an aspect of you is learning, and all you need is to know that you are being sent the messages. Every upgrade an aspect of you is experiencing somewhere else, you can download it. The question is, do you see the download? Do you always hear the download? Or do you, and when I say download, it's the word everybody uses, so I'm using this, but it's unlocking. The real term should be unlocking. It's like you have a transmitter and a receiver within you. And most of the time it's the heart center. It can also be the crown chakra, but it's mainly the heart center. And if you're busy trying to fight, trying to survive, trying to defend yourself, or to resolve things that are more 3D based, it's a little bit harder to channel all those beautiful things that other aspects of yourself are doing in other realms. But you're never, even during your sleeping time, there's so much happening. So if you have comments or questions around this, feel free. It might be a little bit a different concept for you, but I mean, and at the same time, I'm pretty sure you feel it is a possibility. But it is amazing what we do in different dimensions. There's not just you here in this body trying to connect the best you can to your higher self and all those cosmic energies. It is always there. The connection is made. It's just to allow it. So remember, you're not becoming an intuitive, you're not becoming a channeler, you're not becoming a clairvoyant, you're not becoming a healer. You're all of this. Now, do you want to play with all those tools right now? Do you want to go one thing at a time? Do you give yourself the time to play with those tools? Or do you trust they're really there? That's what is making the difference between knowing you have them and really using them, you see. But we all have this. Marie says, so there is links to past lives manifesting as attached feelings towards other areas or eras, in cosmic events. Yes. So when you say past lives, again, I'm using words that are commonly used to make sure we understand each other. Download, starseeds, lightworker, intuitives, empath, and past lives. It is all happening now. The lady I had today had a past life as a witch, and like most of them, unfortunately, they were burned at the stake, and we were seeing the anger and resentment of the way that aspect of her died chronologically in the past, but it was happening right now. It's as if, think of yourself again as a TV, okay? You're a TV set, and now you decide to get the upgraded package where you can receive more channels. So in the 3D life, we would pay for that, but instead of paying for it, we just open ourselves to more channels. So when you connect to a past life, you're just opening, or you're tuning in a different channel, a different station. And that station is playing the whole thing, is playing it right now for you to see, for you to be aware of it. But it is happening right now. And that's where the healing work of what I do and what you can achieve is to bring back the information of that past life, which is a parallel life, because time and space does not really unfold the same way in higher dimensions. It's all there. It's like, I don't know if you have seen the movie Minority Report, when Tom Cruise is accessing the records, the video footage, and he's doing this, and you know, swiping. It is how past life, future lives, and other dimensions are accessible. We could do this. Of course, we don't do it physically. We do it through meditation. We do it through a connection. We do it through group activation or one-on-one setting. It doesn't matter how you feel. It's the way for you to do it. But it's accessible. So we're accessing past lives, future life, and other data through swiping through the channels and connecting to them. So in the case of my client, and I'll say that it's most of the time happening and unfolding the same way for every of my clients, when we connect to a past life, we actually connect to a life happening right now that has still some connection with the actual life, entanglements, connection, attachment that needs to be resolved. There's a reason why we see one life more than another during a session. It's because it's still vibrating in your body. So sometimes you might be aware because you're drawn to a certain era in history or certain type of movies happening in a certain era or whatever connects you to that time. But in her case, it was a life in France. We had the name of the town, we had her age, and she was a witch. But again, you know, in that time it was felt like it was the work of Satan. We know it's not that at all. But it was perceived like that, and everything that was very feminine was perceived as, you know, all the intuitive gifts were perceived as a loss of control for religion and all that. That's another topic. But when that person died in her past life, she died with anger. And we could hear verbally saying how angry she was at the people. You will pay for what you're doing. You will blah, 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 blah. A lot of anger. And that anger connected to her anger she feels right now. She felt, because this is resolved. So we saw this past life, or it was brought to her in order for her to release it. And what happened, because when I do it in person, it's a bit different. I usually do some kind of energy work before, but it doesn't matter whether you're with me or remotely, the work still happens. But what happened is that we kind of connected both lives, and I said we need to allow this woman in France who's dying, burnt at this moment, because we're connecting to this part, to die in peace. Because if she dies in peace, knowing that she has done what she had to do, and it was unfortunately the period in history, in human history, where it was not fully accepted, but she did what she had to do, then not only her dying into peace will clear her energy field, but it will clear yours, because you won't carry her pain, her anger that unfortunately you have been carrying with you. This person is an intuitive and a healer. So as soon as we did that clearing, we could see that past life, that woman in the past life, die with peace. And even though it was not a very agreeable death, what happened is that as she was dying, I know it sounds weird, but it is how it's happening. As she was dying, her soul connected to her life right now. And she had a glimpse of a vision that I will reincarnate in the future of humanity. And the gifts I had that were not perceived clearly as I'm dying right now in this incarnation, whatever time, something like 1500 in France, will be well accepted. There's an aspect of me in the future on earth that will be able to express the gift, the intuitive gifts, and it will be received, accepted, and will be of use. So for her, in the past, it was a vision of the future, as if her higher self is showing her, look, Don't worry, you're not dying in vain. You're just laying down the trail for a future. You in the future you will be coming back as this. For us, it's an incursion in the past. For her, it's an incursion in the future. But in the end, we're healing her. We're healing both of them. And that's it. There's no time, there's no space. We're healing the past, we're healing the present, and we're allowing the future to unfold. It is amazing. It is really amazing, the whole thing. I don't know if you have questions around this because it is quite special. Yeah, she had to die to resolve it. It's not that she had to die, but it's a choice to incarnate at certain times, knowing that we need to go every time we clear something, even though in past lives it did not always end well. It's to lay the path for future generations, and your future generations might be you. Of course, you must be believing in reincarnation. If you don't, well, hopefully this will help. But you can connect when it happens during sessions that future selves are coming to my clients and telling them, okay, this is me, this is you, we're in that year, we're 3 months ahead, and this is what happens if you do this. Well, think of an aspect of you in the past, or suddenly gets a reading from somebody and sees you right now. I know it's crazy, but we can play with time the way we play with dice. It's like this. I grab this, I look at it, I get the best of it. Okay, when I help myself, I help also my past lives, and I help my future lives. And my future lives are coming to me, sending me hints. You know that a lot of the messages we're receiving are, of course, coordinated by a higher self, but sometimes they're coming from your future self. Your future self, which is, of course, many aspects of you, deciding, okay, she's ready for this, or it could be a future incarnation as well. So possibilities are amazing, but it is so interesting. And again, you have to experience it to really understand that everything is just different threads of a same sweater. You know, it's amazing. So I thought it was important just to know that, actually I kind of went on a tangent here, but the thing is that star seeds that are not born yet on Earth are getting prepared. So the next generation is getting prepared. We will receive them. So then, of course, we already have star seeds. We are star seeds of different generations, and depending on the generation you're from, your ability to unlock the gift will be easier. The new ones are, when I say new ones, it's like 30 years old and younger. You have this ability. Even if you don't feel it's easy, it will be easy to uncover very, very soon. People that are a little bit older might resist a little bit more, so it might require more work. But the new ones that are coming in, it will be amazing. And you have teachers like us. You might probably be a teacher and will be helping those star seeds who will come with a lot more gifts, but they're prepared. They're more and more prepared. So I hope you enjoyed me sharing all this. It's a lot of information. It's a lot of concepts that might be true, but you will be, if not yet, you will be exposed to this, definitely. Marie says, this one is big, beautiful journey. Yes, listening to you makes me excited to uncover my gifts more and more. Yes, it feels exciting. Yes, and what I'm saying is really something that you will know, you will feel, you can access your own field. You know, what we call the Akashic records, it's a little bit of that too. Again, I'm always very careful when I use words that are used by many teachers or many healers, many intuitives, not because they're wrong. I do feel it is good to have words, but then we're starting to give them a definition. Some people will think that Akashic records, it's only your stuff. Others will think it's only humanity stuff. But in the end, you can access not only all the information you have gathered over the incarnations you have experienced on earth, beyond earth, but also all the universal data is accessible to you if you want to. So I'm going to wish you a great, great day, but telling you that the adventure of uncovering who you are as intuitives, even if you're not too sure you are one yet, or you know you are, but you think there's more for you, it is so good, so pleasant. The only thing that is making us struggle sometimes, it's our doubts and our ego in the way, and that's why I want to help you with the most, because you have the gift. Everybody, even the person who does not believe they have it, when they're ready, if they are ready in this lifetime, they will unlock it. We all have this. It's we might be coded differently, but we all have the ability to unlock things and gifts like that. So I wish you a great day. If you have questions, feel free to just post them in the comments. Even if you're watching this as a replay, or I don't know, in an hour from now, you say, oh my God, it's unlocking something in me. I have a question. Just ask the question. I will see the notifications and I will answer them. So I wish you a great day. I hope all this helped you, and that the coded light language activation helped you also open your heart and feel connected to higher realms. Blessings, Marie, and everybody else who was present, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye for now.